So welcome to my channel. My name is Chargirl, or I go by the name Chargirl, and basically this is my last video of 2023 for this channel. I'm still not 100% where I wanted to go. I had begun, and most of you who are subscribers, I had initially begun part of the summer showcasing my natural hair and just some of the tips and things and products that I'm using to grow my hair long. Documentation is one of my favorite hobbies to involve myself in. I document everything. So I thought, why not create this final video for 2023 and share with you how I'm going to be taking care of my hair over next year and what are some things that I have planned. And that way, when I record another video sometime in the near future, we have some point of reference. So a little bit about my hair: low porosity, fine strands, low density, and I'm currently, I would say, at the base of my neck. I don't want to say shoulder length because my shoulders are way out here, and my hair, though it could probably stretch out there, it's a stretch. So currently I have been going through so many changes with my natural hair in terms of my regimen, knowledge, everything. I'll be sharing with you all of those different revelations and takeaways from all the research I've done online and just from even my own blog. I have a blog that I've had since 2012. So going back through that blog and seeing what I was doing in college to grow my hair, that has been helpful too. So in some way, by God's help, I have finally condensed all this knowledge and research into something that can work for me. Now, this is all experimental because I don't even know if this is going to work, but this is what I propose to be my hair regimen for 2023. I'm taking my hair down now, and normally I would pre-poo, but instead of pre-pooing, I'm going to do what they call reverse conditioning, which is where you apply conditioner to your hair, your ends, and then shampoo and rinse everything out. It'll keep the shampoo from drying my hair out, and then go in with a deep conditioner. Then after that, I'm going to blow dry my hair. I'm going to try the blow drying only because I will be braiding my hair. So I'm going to attempt for the third time, I'm going to be attempting to install knotless braids. I've went wrong on the first attempt because their braids were too big and they were knotted, and I didn't like the look of it, at least because they were jumbo. I think when you have knotted braids that are small, they're just so pretty. But I tried jumbo braids the second time, jumbo knotless braids, and I just, unfortunately, my hair density doesn't do well with jumbo braids, and because I have very fine strands, they break very easily. So I'm going to be attempting, I'm not a professional braider, but I'm going to be attempting to do medium-sized knotless braids for my hair, and I want so desperately to keep them in for 6 weeks. The caveat is I have a very persnickety bougie scalp. So depending on how my scalp is doing, I may have to wash my hair sooner than later. I am going to try though. There are some tricks that I've learned, so if I feel up to it and led to share what those tips are throughout next year, I will. But that is going to be my regimen. So every 6 weeks, take the hair down, wash it all over again, deep condition, and install braids. I may do knotless braids this round and do knotted braids the next round. I also will trim every 3 to 4 months. I just did a really big trim, I guess I would say beginning of this month, December. So yeah, I have things to share with you. I have some opinions, I have some ideas, especially if you have fine, low density natural hair. This may be really good for you. If you care to know, I'm like type 4B, 4C. That's where my hair type curl pattern sort of lands, right in the middle of those two. However, I don't care. I just think that density and porosity are the two important things you need to know. So with that being said, now that my hair is loose and out, I did detangle it last night. I used to pre-poo with oil, but now I'm just gonna do the reverse shampoo or reverse conditioning. I will give some little clips here and there, but everything's gonna be voiceover until I finish my braids, and then I'll come back on to close the video out. So let's get started. All right, so this video isn't going to be instructional, and if you're interested in the products I use, I'm going to list out my whole regimen in the description box, including the products, no links. But I just want to share with you some takeaways that I have gotten after doing a considerable amount of research on my natural hair. It has been an overwhelming journey, to say the least, because what I have found is everybody's an expert, you know, not just those who have experimented and learned their hair through experimentation, but those who have licenses, you know, cosmetologists. And all these experts, as much as they do have grounds to talk about these things, they all say something different. And it can be very confusing. And confusion will often make you overwhelmed because you're just out looking for the truth. But to my pleasure, I realized that the information is there, but it's my job to sort what works for me. And so I have found that though everyone is saying different things, when I try out all these different methods, it's an opportunity for me to test and see if it works for my hair. If it does, I take it, and if it doesn't work, then, you know, I move on to the next thing. I don't believe hair care is a one size fits all. And as much as there is science and data and things like that to corroborate what a lot of cosmetologists say, it still doesn't mean that your hair's in this box and you have to do things the way that science tells you, because I also believe hair is spiritual. And for me, if God is showing me that I should be watering my hair every day, then by all means, that's what I'm going to do. Of course, that may not work for someone else, but hair is also very personal, very spiritual. So here are some things that I have realized works for my hair, and it really makes me excited about the journey ahead, because consistency is the thing I've been lacking. And so now that I've gotten what works for my hair, you know, I can finally apply it and be consistent. So one of the things that I've gleaned from the YouTube world and education is to exfoliate my scalp. And for some reason, when I exfoliate my scalp, it's almost like it's breathing. And I also have what I believe to be a mild form of scalp psoriasis, and not that I've been diagnosed by a dermatologist or trichologist, but from what I could see symptom-wise and what's on the internet, I may have it. So I shampoo my hair with a medicated shampoo, but on my hairline especially, because that's where it is. But I also exfoliate my scalp, and that has been very revolutionary in my hair care. And I often have to wash a lot. So that brings me to my second point is I realize that my wash days are the days for me to infuse my hair with the max amount of moisture and hydration. After that, piling product on top of my hair every 3 to 4 days to re-moisturize is going to contribute to product buildup. So rather than me trying to keep my hair wet, I just allow my wash day to be that day that I get the most amount of moisture, and then once it gets dry, it's time for me to wash it. Now, the only thing with this is when I have a protective style, and as you will see with my braids, I can't do that because I want my styles to stretch. So I use rose water to cleanse the scalp when it gets a little itchy. Okay, and so that brings me to my third point about wetting my hair. And so we're often taught in the natural hair community to moisturize our hair every 3 to, you never want it to be dry, but I just learned that our hair has bonds, and those bonds are constantly interacting with the environmental, you know, effects. And so it's important for us to give our hair some time to rest. And so I feel that when my hair is constantly being re-wetted, so I'm reactivating those bonds, and those bonds are closing. And then when you air dry, it takes even longer to set the hair. It's almost like your hair is in an endless set of crunches, and so it never gets to rest. And so now I set my hair under my hooded dryer once I finish styling it, whether they're in twists, braids. Even though my hair is wet and moisturized, I still get under the dryer and set the hair, because that way my hair is in a state of rest. When you don't allow your hair to rest, obviously that's going to lead to hair weathering, and you know, damage to the mechanical damage, especially to the shaft, to the follicle, and your hair never gets to rest. So that has been really good too. And my last thing is I try to avoid putting product on my scalp, considering that I do have a very bougie scalp. So I used to do grease and oils. Now I try as much as I'm able to not put anything on my scalp. This way it allows me to stretch my styles and I don't get that itchy feeling. But every now and then, you know, like I did with these braids, which was a complete waste of time. I use jam and stuff, so my hair's already itchy after day 2. But overall, I'm really enjoying my hair journey. These are some things that have really helped me, and you know, I'm looking forward to this year and just seeing what consistency will do. I'm so grateful for my hair. I truly believe that my hair is the best hair on the planet, and I owe it to God, who is the master behind this masterpiece called my hair. And I'm finally learned to love and embrace it. It's a wonderful journey, to say the least. So I have finished pre-sectioning my hair for my knotless braids. I'm going to do a side part because I like middle parts too, but I'm going to do a side part. But all I'm waiting now is for my braiding hair to get here. I ordered some pre-stretched hair on Amazon. I'm sure my beauty supplies are ready, but I was just too lazy to go and get it. So I mean, might as well if you got Prime. But I don't know if I'm going to start braiding my hair tonight, but my plan for sure is to wake up as early as I can, about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and start on my hair then, because I have some last minute shopping to do for Christmas, and so I don't want to be going out like this. I mean, I could throw a bonnet or something, hat over it, but I would rather get it done so I can forget about it. So time for lunch, and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. So it is finally the next day. It took me, I would say, about 4 hours in total, maybe less than that. I wasn't counting, but it did feel like a really long time. And of course, it's not like a super professional job, but it's something that can get me going. And I'm thinking of doing kinky twists next, because even though I blow dried my hair, the straightness doesn't blend really well with the braiding hair, so I don't really like that look. So I may do kinky twists next. I used to do kinky twists, but yep, it's all done, and we'll see what 4 weeks it looks like, and then I'll take it down. At least it's not heavy like the first time I tried to do these. But anyway, yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I'll see how I feel next year in terms of when to record updates or share any new changes in my regimen and so on. But anyway, that's basically it. Hope you guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and God bless and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. And I think I quoted that right.